here, and this is my April monthly work in progress wrap up. So, this should be a super quick video. I'm gonna shoot for 5 minutes tops so you guys can get in, get out, and get on with your day. But I also want to give you enough of a hint about what my projects are and what you can expect from me so that you are just as excited about these projects as I am. First, let's talk about my Wild Cross Family series. I have 2 books that are currently still in work in progress phase, but they will be released this year, barring any unforeseen shenanigans. The first of which being Branding Baron, which is the 3rd book in the series, and it follows the oldest of the Cross brothers, Baron. And he is recently divorced, ready to kind of get a new lease on life, and he has a chance encounter with a young woman who is on her way to hike the Soulgate Mountains on her own. She has her own very personal reasons for doing so. I don't want to say too much about the book, but it is a full-on shifter romance. If you've already started reading the Cross Family series, you know Felling Beckett which is out now, is more along the contemporary lines with hints of paranormal seeping in. And if you are wondering what happens with Kevin, he kind of disappears for the rest of the series, but he is getting his own book. It's going to be the part of a spin-off that focuses more on Mulberry than on the Cross family and the Soulgate area. That being said, Branding Baron is in editing stages right now, getting its final polishing so I can have that ready and up for pre-order for you guys in the next couple of months. And so that one's still on track to be released in 9/15/22. The 4th book in the Wild Cross Family series is Reclaiming Hunter. It'll be my first male, and I am really sad to say that I'm struggling with this draft more than I anticipated, mostly because I really want it to be perfect and unproblematic as much as possible. And I already have sensitivity readers lined up, so I just really need to push away all the doubts in my head and all the worries and just write it and get it on the page. But it is in progress. It's about 1/3 of the way done on the first draft, so I'm still plugging away on that. So you'll probably get more of an update on Reclaiming Hunter in next month's wrap up. Now, the next series that I had work in progress for this month was the Bloodlines series, which started with His Soul to Keep, and that was the book that got on the USA Today bestseller list. So if you haven't checked that one out, I highly suggest that you do. But the next book, To Catch a Kella, is in progress. I had an almost complete draft, and then I realized that it was reading more as a Secret of Sarah's 5 than a Bloodlines 2. So it's in the process of being completely reworked. But those of you who are still anxious for content in the Secret of Sarah's Morris Men world, and anxious to see what kind of was happening with Bloodlines and the Saurian, I have much more planned for that. Some of it will be released as exclusive content on my website, and others will be short stories or books further down the line. I'm just kind of taking a break from the darker stuff right now, and I hope that's reflected in this new set of releases that I have with the Wild Cross Family and eventually Soulgate Shifters, which brings us to my next work in progress, which is currently Untitled. That's a lie. I have a title for it. I just don't know if it's too cheesy or not. So I'm just gonna spill the beans and see what you think. It's tentatively titled Barking Mad About You, and it's about a nice cinnamon rolly alpha wolf shifter who owns a dog grooming salon called Shampooches, and he meets his fated mate because when she was out on her way home from a hike, she accidentally hit a dog, and and she's now fostering that dog, and she takes it to his shop so that it can be groomed, and he offers to give her, pet owner lessons. And it's like kind of like this cute, light, fluffy shifter. I won't call it a rom-com. It's not necessarily comedic. I mean, how it can't be comedy? She hit a dog, but even though it was an accident. But yeah, it's been a labor of love with that story so far. And the snags I'm hitting is just timeline wise, because I had originally slated for that book to be my first release for this year, but it didn't get completed in time, and I ended up falling into the cross family rabbit hole. So those books got done first. So instead of this book and the set of books that follow it, so it's kind of cross family adjacent. It'll happen kind of during, after ish Felling Beckett. And I'm just really excited to see how it turns out in the end. But yeah, definitely let me know if you like the title Barking Mad About You, or if I'm barking up the wrong tree with that one. My final work in progress is another Untitled work, this time for an anthology. It'll be about a witch and her half demon. And that's pretty much all I've got on that one so far. It's still very much in the idea stage, and we'll see if that one turns out to be a light and plucky affair, or if it delves into the deep dark recesses of my brain and comes out with something more along the lines of the suspenseful thriller aspects that you kind of get in my Secret of Ceres and Morris Men trilogies. And yeah, that's what I've been working on this April, aside from just frantically trying to make sure that my website looks really cool and works properly. But thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope you're as excited about these works in progress as I am. If you are watching this on my website, there is a survey below the video where you can drop comments and things. Please fill that out. I would really appreciate it. It would fill my heart with so much joy. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and happy reading.